We know that the next character to be added into Smash will be from ARMS, thanks to the reveal in the recent Nintendo Direct Mini. But which of ARMS' roster would be the best fit for Smash, and who is it likely to be? I'm going to be taking a look in this video. If this is your first time at Nintendo Village, or you find yourself coming back from time to time, do consider subscribing as it really helps the channel out. Anyway, without further ado, let's get to it. Hi guys, welcome to PMyth Gaming. I am so excited that we're getting an ARMS character in Smash. I think that game is really underrated, and I was a little bit disappointed that the only representation it had until now was an assist trophy. It deserves a proper character. It's going to be interesting to see how ARMS' core mechanics translate into Smash. I think we can expect to see a tethered grab, much like Link or Samus, given the extendable grab move in ARMS itself. I think whoever the fighter is will probably cross their arms when shielding in the same way that they do in their own game, and it wouldn't surprise me if the special attacks are essentially charged arms with elemental, elements. Oh, and the final smash just has to be a rush attack, right? There are, however, 15 different playable characters within ARMS, each with their own abilities and characteristics. So which one of those is likely to get the invitation to Smash? There's a few I think we can rule out straight away. Helix and Lollipop's main trait is their stretchy, changeable bodies, and I can't quite imagine how that would translate to Smash. Bite and Bark are a duo, and I could kind of see them working similar to Rosalina and Luma, but there is a slight difference in that Bite and Bark operate independently, as opposed to Rosalina essentially instructing Luma. It would be interesting, but I just can't quite see it. Dr. Coil was the final addition to ARMS, and as the main baddie would be a cool rep. But as she doesn't actually jump, instead just levitating around the stage, I can't see her being included either. Similarly, there's nothing stopping Kid Cobra or Ninjara from really joining the fight, but they also don't really do anything out of the ordinary, so I don't think they'll be picked. It saddens me to say it, but I think it's the same for Min Min too. She's my main in ARMS, and I'd love to see her in Smash. But outside of maybe adapting her kickback ability to a counter move, I don't think she's quite interesting enough to bring in either. Sad times. Okay, so who is feasible? Master Mummy sounds possible at first, as his super armor could work in much the same way as it does for King K. Rool. But his core ability is healing while guarding, and I feel like this would upset the balance in Smash a tad too much. However, Mechanica also has that super armor, as well as the ability to hover, which means she could well be a heavy version of Princess Peach perhaps. I quite like the idea of that. Unfortunately though, I don't think she quite has the stature to really represent the franchise, and I think the same could be said for Missango, even though I think he could be quite an interesting fighter. His different mask abilities and arms could translate to Smash rather well, in a similar way to Shulk's Monado Arts or Dragon Quest Heroes Command Select. But given that he was added as a free DLC character a good while after launch, he's probably only familiar to the more hardcore ARMS fans who stuck with the game, so I can't quite see him flying the flag as cool an entry as he would be. Someone who will be more familiar is Twintelle. She was the source of all the memes before ARMS launched, so she has some recognition. And her hover ability makes her viable for Smash's multi-jump setup. Her ability to slow down time could also work in a similar way to Bayonetta's Witch Time, so I think she's definitely a possibility. If Nintendo are wanting someone to fly the flag for ARMS though, Max Brass is the obvious choice. The Commissioner is the final fight in the game's single player mode. He has super armor that could work like K. Rool's, and ultimately his default arms would offer some cool elemental effects. He's a decent choice I think, even if he doesn't necessarily do anything out of the ordinary. But that just leaves two people. Well, three if you include Springtron, but as he's essentially just a palette swap of Springman, I'm ruling him out. The first and most obvious one for inclusion is Springman. He's the face of the game, the hero if you will, and he would make a solid Little Mac-esque fighter. However, he is already included in Smash as that assist trophy we mentioned earlier. It's not beyond the realms of possibility that Sakurai will remove or change that assist trophy, but I think it's far more likely that the last remaining ARMS fighter will be the pick. Yup, if I was a betting man, I would say it's going to be Ribbon Girl. She also features alongside Springman as one of the main characters in the game, and thus is a solid pick to represent the franchise. Plus, she also has multiple jumps in ARMS, meaning her movement is the one that translates to Smash the most seamlessly. Her default arms include the Popper, which could be adapted to become a ranged attack, which would be interesting in a brawler type Smash character too. And I think the combination of ranged attacks, multiple mid-air jumps, and brawler ground game would make her an interesting and unique addition to the Smash Bros lineup. Whoever it ends up being though, I'm just chuffed ARMS is getting some rep. It really is a unique fighting game, and I would encourage anyone who hasn't bothered with it before to at least find a way to give it a go. You won't regret it, I promise. What do you guys reckon though? Do you think it will be Ribbon Girl, or do you think I've unfairly ruled someone out? Let me know down in the comments, and let me know if you enjoyed this video. If you did, there's loads more here on Nintendo Village for you to enjoy, such as this one. And if you like that, you can always subscribe to so you never miss another episode. This show goes out every Friday, but there's tons more stuff here on Nintendo Village for you to enjoy. And be sure to check out thenintendovillage.com for news, reviews, features, podcasts, and all that cool stuff. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you all next week.